It's now January. Look at this gorgeous bit of ice here. So many beautiful things to capture. I'm going to have a look at some effects I made in TouchDesigner. I combined some video footage I captured at Pucks Glen and also used a webcam. I'll have a look at the effects first, and then I've got some thoughts to share in the forest. So here I'm using the time machine operator. I followed a tutorial for some webcam glitch effects, and so I have just adjusted the things I learnt there to suit this project. So I have just started learning TouchDesigner. I am a beginner, but from my understanding of this tutorial, I'm going to try and describe in simple terms what's going on. So the general principle of the time machine is that it's going to delay parts of your image. So the first input usually works with the Texture 3D operator. This stores a range of the most recent frames. So if you're working at 60 frames a second and you had asked it to store 60 frames, you would have up to a 1 second delay. And this works both with a live feed or video footage. And the second input is you're going to be influencing the shape of that delay. So which parts of your image are going to be delayed and for how long. I was trying to get a crisp silhouette of my body set within the video. So I've got a white outfit against a black background in order to help the camera differentiate between what parts of my body and what parts of the background. Wherever my body is situated, the video is delayed by 1 second. So you can see where I hold still, that becomes quite clear. You can see there's another video playing. It's the same video that's playing now, it's just drawing from the frames that were a second ago. So 60 frames ago, a second ago. So this is a cool tutorial. I did have fun, but there are some limitations. I don't think it's one that I will use. You can't really control what outfits the general public are going to wear. And also, perhaps it was a little bit too subtle. So apart from sitting at my desk, I've also been out in the forest to capture some footage. So I'm out here in Pucks Glen, getting some footage for our immersive experience. Do some tests in my studio, manipulate the images with TouchDesigner. There is so much to capture, although it hasn't been as easy as I'd hoped. There's been a lot of absolutely gorgeous tiny ferns and lichens and things growing on trees that I really wanted to capture the detail of with like a kind of a really slow pan with the camera. But because they're so small, I just can't move smooth enough, even though I've got a DJI sort of handheld phone gimbal, but it's just not quite steady enough. If I set the tripod up just in the woods where there's no water, it does look quite static, not much going on. So what I have been doing in order to capture some movement is I've just set the camera up on a tripod with a waterfall in the background, because then that way you see the movement of water and you know that it is a video, it's alive. My phone camera has been quite jittery as well, adjusting to the differences in lights. The focus seems to zoom in and out, which is quite annoying. So I might have to invest in a more professional camera. But for now, we are just testing, trying things out in the studio. If we get something that we like, we can always come back. It's maybe just an hour and a half away, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'd be happy to return. I mean, there is nothing quite like actually being here. That's not what we're trying to recreate in this new project. But it does make you think about all the digital technology in general, making an immersive project where actually would it be a better use of your time socially to just hire a bus and take people out here, because it is so restorative, just instantly relaxed. I've got an amazing sense of awe and wonder. It does feel great being here. So it does make me think I've got quite a tough challenge to create a sense of mystery in a digital space.